Hello everybody and welcome to my presentation. My name is Fadli and I'm a PhD student at Sidi Mohammed bin Abdullah University. I would like to begin my presentation by telling you a short story. So, in a world dominated by digital technology, the Internet of Things has occupied our daily lives beyond our knowledge. It has established an ecosystem that connects multiple systems to provide intelligent performance in each task of our lifestyles, and it has made everything and everyone connected to the Internet. From wearables to smart cities and smart industries, our hobbies, our movements are facilitated by this technology that greatly improves our quality of life and increases our comfort. IoT represents precious innovation. However, it may also be a major risk to the cybersecurity of diverse systems that pose an important current cybersecurity threat because there are multiple access points that can be breached and contain some security vulnerabilities. In general, one weakness on the system security stack may constitute an overall security threat to the entire system and create opportunities for attackers. In this case, where cyber attackers occur on critical environments, the results will be catastrophic. Therefore, protecting the privacy of sensitive collected data is critical for many domains. So, why am I telling you this story? Well, the objective of my presentation is to talk to you about our paper entitled IoT Network Attack Types by Application Domains, prepared by Professor Younes Balboul, Professor Said Mazer, Professor Mohammed, Professor Moulhime Elbekkali, and me, Ouijdane Fadli, that represents a detailed study of the general concepts on the security of IoT networks by application domains. I'm going to deal with three main points. First of all, I will talk to you about security vulnerabilities in the IoT networks by application domains. Second, we will look at security requirements for IoT systems. And finally, I will tell you about type of attack on the IoT by application domains. So let's get started. IoT application uses diverse technologies that bring a number of issues and security threats. In this part, I will tell you about security vulnerabilities for 4 IoT applications domain: healthcare, building, energy, and banking. A large number of IoT devices used in the healthcare domain make the system vulnerable to the majority of attacks. Among these vulnerabilities, I can mention the use of Internet of Medical Things to ensure proper supervision of patients, both in clinic and at home. These devices generally use wireless communication, which brings several security vulnerabilities at 2 distinct levels: attacking the route, construction, and maintenance, and attacking the useful data by injecting or modifying or removing packets, and avoiding data loss and holding attackers off is critical. However, once that involves affecting the security and safety of our personal life at home through smartphones and IoT devices, it may be more vital to prioritize security first and foremost. The most commonly exploited vulnerabilities in building domain are the use of insecure equipment and insecure domestic network. The vulnerabilities within the power system domain that attackers are exploiting mostly involve authentication system failure leading to corruption of existing appropriate procedures, use of non-audited APIs, use of wireless communication network for data transmission, which can falsify legitimate information if one node is breached, and use of common login password on all equipment. And among the vulnerabilities of banking domain, I can mention use of insecure Wi-Fi connectivity, use of third-party applications, because there are some applications developed by hackers with the same name as legitimate applications, in encrypted data, weakness of password used in online banking applications. Now, let's move on to my next topic, which is security requirements for IoT systems. So security is the worst nightmare of all IoT applications and services across different domains. Even though there are various novel advanced safety and security solutions. However, every security solution must be able to fulfill the following cybersecurity requirements. Firstly, data confidentiality, that indicates the guarantee that data can be accessed and modified only by authorized entities, not only users, but authorized things may also access information, which requires an access control approach and authentication process for the device. And so data confidentiality can prevent data capture by attackers. However, it can't stop the possibility that data will be changed by unauthorized users. Data integrity guarantees that the data exchanged between devices is authentic and not manufactured by hackers during communication. Data availability indicates the ability of IoT-based systems to maintain its continuity of service even during denial of service attacks. And freshness, this involves checking that the incoming data from the IoT devices is timely and not duplicated. That concludes my second topic. Now let's turn to my third topic, which is type of attack on IoT networks by application domains. According to many researchers, the most common attacks in an IoT system are denial of service attack. This type of attack focuses on flooding IoT systems with the wrong data in order to render its network unable to offer normal service, either by attacking the network's bandwidth or its connectivity. SQL injection attack. Hackers insert SQL statement inside the database and to retrieve the necessary data or remove and damage the entire database. Eavesdropping. In this attack, the attacker regularly surveils the IoT systems in order to capture critical information. And malwares under this attack, the opponent uses existing hardware and software weakness to attack the IoT system. Man-in-the-middle attack. In this attack, the hacker installs a controlled system between the victim system and an internet source that it uses in order to intercept, force, or manipulate any communication between them. Data and identity thefts. Under this attack, the hackers use the personal information generated by the insecure IoT devices. Device hijacking. In this attack, the hacker dominates and gains control of an IoT device to falsify information. For phishing attacks, these attacks consist the transmission of false information appearing to be coming from a trusted source. And spoofing attack includes all types of cyber attacks consisting of stealing digital identities like email addresses, domain names, and IP addresses. And for false data injection, this attack refers to the situation in which an attacker compromises sensor record. So this table represents the types of attacks per IoT applications domain. So as we see, we can find denial of service attack in healthcare, building, banking, energy domain. The malwares, we can find it in the four domains. The false data injection, we can find it in energy domain. So that brings to the end of my presentation. We looked at three main points. First, I spoke about security vulnerabilities in the IoT networks by application domain. Then we looked at security requirements for IoT systems. And finally, I tell you about types of attacks on IoT networks by application domains. To conclude, I would like to say for preparing this paper, we are using these papers like reference. So thank you for listening. If you have any questions, I would be happy to answer them.